7-2.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Gus in Waupun. Steve Witterhack with you along with Bob Spanbauer, and ready to bring you some Waupun Warrior Conference baseball as they take on the Kettle Moraine Lutheran Chargers. Waupun losing effort the last time these two teams met last week Tuesday, losing 5-1 in that ball game. So a disappointing loss there for the Waupun team, and here we are after the supposed to be played on Thursday. Of course, all the storms we had that came in that day, and it was a wise decision to postpone the game till today. But here you are playing always a tough team, Kettle Moraine Lutheran.
Yeah, Kettle Moraine Lutheran's having a pretty nice year too. I think there's 15-5, something like that, I believe, on the year. Waupun has not beaten KML in 2,202 days. Which is about 6 years and about 10 days or so, give or take.
What's the deal with that? Just a great program there, and you usually talk to the opposing coaches. You know all these guys.
We've just down there. We've had them a couple times. Then we just had a late inning lapse. They battled back. I think they beat us twice in 8 innings down there. I don't know. We just never play well down there. It's just one of them fields we just don't play well at for some reason. So we've lost 9 in a row here to KML.
I don't like going to KML because you have to walk a mile and a half over a hill and down on the other side, and it's
through the woods.
Through the woods. You're just way away from anything, and it's not a real convenient place to broadcast a game for the guys to play a game. You're kind of just in the middle of nowhere over there, But again, sometimes home field advantage coming here, playing on artificial turf. You consider it a home field advantage for a lot of teams that are used to playing on nothing but dirt all the time. So
well, you should like to hope so, but good teams. A lot of these nowadays there's a lot more turf fields out there, so they get more of an opportunity. Kewaskum obviously has it. I think Kettle Moraine just played at Wisconsin Lutheran College this weekend, and I believe they have turf.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to get exposed to it, but it's on a day-in, day-out basis.
Right.
You're not used to it. It's not as just the second nature as you have on the kind of fields you play on and practice on all the time and play all your home games on. But, again, Waupun getting set to take on a team that beat them last week. We're going to take a break, come back and talk about that ball game where they lost and talk about Waupun and what it looks like for them in the postseason where they got seeded. And, again, all that stuff coming up with the pregame show brought to you by Home and Auto Sales right here on Radio Plus Sports.
Home and Auto is very blessed to have served our local communities for 50 years. From a small used car store with 4 employees to 5 locations and over 100 employees, we would like to thank our many customers and our communities for the past 50 years. Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Waupun, Holman Chevrolet in Waupun, Holman Ford and Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ripon, Holman Chevrolet GMC in Ripon, and the location where we began 50 years ago, Holman Value Center in Waupun. Thank you for allowing us to serve you, our customers, our friends, for the last 50 years. And we look forward to the next 50 years. Holman Auto, great selection, award-winning service, low prices, and a relaxed buying atmosphere. We make you feel at home at Holman Auto Group in Waupun and Ripon, serving you for 50 years and counting.
It's time to take control of your soil management. Turn to the Great Plains TerraMax, a versatile hybrid tillage solution offering variable intensity tillage for a variety of fall and spring field conditions. Create the ideal seed bed with a high-quality finish, level soils and remove ruts, and eliminate resistant weeds, all with one tool. Tillage is now on your terms with TerraMax. Visit Waupun Equipment Company today to learn more about hybrid tillage from Great Plains. TerraMax, for tillage on your terms.
If you're looking looking for someone to take care of your tree needs? Call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
Hi, it's Dr. Randy with New Medical Center. Are you struggling with your weight? Tired of diets that just make you hungry? Maybe it's time to try something new. By now, most of you have heard about semaglutide and tirzepatide, the amazing new weight loss drugs that are sweeping across the country and helping thousands of people just like you successfully lose unwanted pounds. Well, wait no more. NewMed Integrated Healthcare has got you covered. Don't be fooled by expensive online plans with no direct medical supervision. New Medical Center's program is affordable and provides you with all the personalized support you need to succeed. Get started now and eliminate your cravings, decrease your appetite, and start losing those pounds. Take it from me, it's easier than you think. How do I know? Because I lost 50 pounds last year using this very program, and I've kept it off. Let the team at New Medical Center help you get the weight loss results you desire and deserve. Call New Medical Center at 920-324-9899 to get started now, or visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899.
Okay, we are back for more of our pregame show live from Waupun. I'm Steve Winterhack, Bob Spanbauer joining me. And Waupun, again, a disappointing loss last week to Kettle Moraine Lutheran. They lost that game 5-1 in that game. Trey Schmidt, 2 for 3 in the game for Waupun. Logan Prawl pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, and 5 Ks in that game. And the winning pitcher, Brett Biondic, that was their winning pitcher, pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, and he's a TCU commit.
TCU commit.
Yeah, so they've always seemed to have just these couple stud players are going to go play at the next level on the team, and obviously a good thing going over at Kettle Moraine Lutheran. But that was last week, Tuesday, and Waupun already knows where they sit with the postseason too, Bob, and how do they end up as far as what their postseason situation is for them.
Well, they're kind of up in that northeast quadrant again this year. Kewaskum's the 1 seed, Waupun is the 2 seed, Campbellsport the 3 seed, and the 4 is Kiel. I don't really know any of the other ones who we play. I'm kind of quote predicting maybe we might face Xavier versus Ripon 7 versus 10. We'll see.
Yeah, Kewaskum talking to Travis Hall, he said he had no argument. Said they beat us twice during the season, even though they got to use the same guy that beat us both times, but to get the situation you get, and they beat you twice, they earned that number 1 spot in there. So he didn't have a problem with that. He said they were just kind of battling out with Campbellsport, who's going to be the number 2 seed in that part of the regional or sectional over there. So it was good for Waupun getting that number 2 seed. He seemed pretty happy with that, and he gets them a bye in the first round with that.
That's always important, is getting that bye. But, you know, at this time of year on that Thursday to Tuesday, you can pitch your number 1 on Thursday, and you can bring them back on Tuesday. So, obviously, we'll see Xavier's, if we face them, or whoever will face their number 1, I'm sure, going against whoever our number 1 might be.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy situation because that brings that into play, that you can pitch your stud a couple times there to get yourself into the sectionals. But sectionals, then you get exposed. You better have 2 really good pitchers. You play those games the same day, and I love that. I love that they play the same day because you can't, you're going to be playing on that both games and getting them in that day, and hopefully the weather is good and everything. But it's nice to have that to show who's still deeper in pitching, who deserves to go on to the state tournament. Oh,
I absolutely agree with that. You know, back in 2018, with Bronk and Billy, having them 2 as your studs, 1 and 2.
Well,
we didn't need a whole lot of other pitchers, we didn't use any other pitchers except
unless
for
they ran out of
1
pitching.
batter. Yeah. 1 batter, 5 pitches, I think it was.
Yeah.
6 pitches, I think.
Yeah, Mr. Williston.
Yep.
On that one, that was pretty amazing. And him coming in to just have to take care of 1 batter. What did he get him to do when he came in?
Fouled out to third base, I believe, or on left field, kind of shallow left in foul territory to Bookhalls. Baron Bookhalls.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, I'd say that out of all the baseball that I covered, it was that sectional, more than anything, was the most memorable 2 games. Like playing against the teams that they played against, a pretty good Ripon team that you had some big plays in that game. I remember that little relay throw that they had in front into infield, and they got the out. Was that at home plate?
At home plate.
At home plate on that one. That was a huge out in that ball game. So plays like that, and what was it, a 2-0 game or
2-0, 1-0 game, I think it was.
Yeah. I know the next one was 1-0, right? Against
Reese Holman, our starting shortstop, gets hurt. Number 3 or 4 hitter gets hurt, and then Braden Sanders comes in, makes a phenomenal catch at shortstop over the shoulder to, I think maybe for the 3rd out, save the game basically. If you look at 2-0, we knew back then if we could score 2 or 3 runs with those 2 guys pitching, we're probably going to win.
It was just they were very, very similar pitchers, really great breaking pitches that would end up in the dirt. And then he had Keegan Hartcrank that was asked to block that constantly, and he did. He was just had an amazing year as the catcher with 2 really good pitchers. That
he did.
It was just nasty pitching from those 2, and they just understood the pitching and the role and what they were just not just throwing the ball in there. They understood what they're doing out there, and that was just beautiful to watch 2 guys that work like we had with those 2 pitchers.
They could throw any pitch any time for a strike, which was key.
Very confident, and that's what you need too as those pitchers. So they're announcing the starting lineups. We're going to take a break right now. We'll come back with the starting lineups. The beginning of today's game, it's Waupun taking on Kettle Moraine Lutheran, a conference game in the East Central Conference for Waupun. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Have you got your ducks in a row these days? Probably a great idea to call Allphase.
Lucky, that was pretty great. However, not those ducks. Your air ducts. Hi, this is Jackie with Allphase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, Columbia, and Green Lake counties. Dust allergens and even mold could be hiding in your air conditioning ducts. Your dryer vent could be clogged too. It's best to get them cleaned now. One of our most trusted brands is American Standard. Call 920-763-2301 or log on to allphasecomforts.com.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Planning to build? You need Pinot. Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your vision to reality. You need Pinot. After all, they've been doing it almost 50 years. To start your next project, go to rapinot.com. Check out their virtual design tool and turn your idea into action. That's rapinot.com and learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot. Build better for future generations.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, we're honored to have been voted by you to be the best of the best mattress store in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the best in bedding comfort, technology, and support to the Waupun area.
We've partnered with top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Puffy, Scott Living, Sealy, and Nectar to offer you the ultimate sleep experience.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Come shop at Verhaeg's.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Okay, we are back to bring you some Waupun Warrior baseball, playing at home tonight against Kettle Moraine Lutheran. Got John Belo behind the plate and Randy Armga, our broadcast buddy, is out there umping the bases here tonight. Said he just got the call on this going into the weekend and was kind of trying not to do a Waupun game, but here he is out of the Diamonds to call that. Let's take a look at Waupun defensively in this ball game. Landon Larson getting a start for Waupun, a left-handed pitcher, 2-0 on the season. He's pitched 16 innings with a 2.19 ERA. Got Chase Beam behind home plate, Jake Krager over at first base, second baseman Landon Richter, Logan Prawl is at shortstop, Graham Gopalan, he is over at third base. Left to right in Waupun's outfield is Trey Schmidt, Bryant Ferris, and Brennan Redeker. And for the Chargers of Kettle Moraine Lutheran, their batting order, Zach Zanazer is their center fielder and batting first, followed by Brett Beyondich, who is their pitcher here today. Their star pitcher, Jackson Kobalarczyk, is third baseman batting third. Cleanup batter is Adam Zilka, the shortstop. Then it's left fielder Max Glasky, I should say, playing out in left field batting fifth. After that, William Kempfert, the DH. Nolan Ebert, the second baseman. Nathan Moths, he is the right fielder. And Ty Spaeth, he is at behind home plate. And that is the batting order for the Chargers of Kettle Moraine Lutheran. Nice comfortable confines of Waupun here at the Gus. Always nice to be out of the elements. Out there a little chilly. Out there, if we were over at KML, we'd be sitting in whatever Mother Nature had to throw at us. There's no shelter there.
I hate to say it, but you'd probably be by yourself at KML, Steve.
I can't make it, Steve. Yeah, I can't make it to that game. But
well, I think with Larson pitching, I think we put probably our better defense on the field. We did not have an error against him down there at KML, but I know that's been somewhat of an issue sometimes, is some kicking the ball around a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, Zach Kanazer will start things out. Right-handed batter, and I haven't seen Landon yet, so I'm not sure what kind of pitcher he is. Like I said, he's pitched 16 innings according to the stats and max preps, and not a bad ERA with 2.19. So see what he's got.
He was 1 for 2 with an RBI last game. KML has a couple of injuries.
Yeah, how did that baseball did game injuries?
Yeah, baseball injuries from Saturday.
Okay.
They collided. One guy's concussed, I think, and
was that the game against Wisconsin Lutheran? I know they played.
I
Lutheran.
think against Living Word Lutheran.
Living Word.
Yeah.
Okay, 10-0 ball game. So that's a.
I think he said it was the first inning of the first game against Living Word, collided it.
Okay. So they played a couple, because I see that I got the one with Wisconsin Lutheran. They lost 10-0 in that ball game.
Yeah, they beat Living Word 6-5. I think it was.
Is that the school out of Jackson?
No,
private school, and
I'm not sure where they're from.
Seems like I did a volleyball match there. It's a small little Christian school in the town of Jackson. Before you head out to Kettle Moraine Lutheran.
Yeah, so I think it was two guys that got hurt were Bartelt, their starting right fielder and leadoff, and Hagenau. I want to say Brett. I'm not sure if that's right.
Yeah, Blake.
Balake.
Is it Blake or Blake?
Depends how late at night it is.
That was a pretty good comedy sketch. 3-1 the count now for Zach Knazer. First batter of the ball game here at the Gus. And that is a called strike, a little delayed call by the home plate umpire, John Belo. Puts the count now at 3-2. See if Landon can take care of business. 3-2 pitch. And that one is strike 3. Batter not even heading up the first base line. Now that delayed call, but getting rung up watching strike 3 go by. Nice pitch there by Larson, right on the outside part of the plate. Worked the other one on the inside. Outside, he caught him on looking at strike 3. Pretty nice pitch. Location there for Larson. Brett Beyondich, their pitcher, up to bat for Kettle Moraine Lutheran. Beyondich batting .386 on the season. Jackson Kobalarczyk is waiting on deck. Pitch is going to miss low. Makes the count now 2-0.
Yeah, he's a good hitter, too, here. He's not only a pitcher. He can obviously hit. Big kid, pretty well put together.
That's hit out towards right field. And We get Chase and hauling it in for the out. Nice job over there, ranging over to get it. Brennan Redeker to bring it in for out number 2. So fly out to right field. A strikeout so far for KML. That'll bring up Jackson Kobalarczyk, right-handed hitter. Jackson so far on the season batting .390 in that number 3 slot. Yeah, a little wind coming right from right field, right into home plate.
Another brisk day down here.
Yeah, have we seen a game where it wasn't windy? Where it wasn't, flag wasn't blowing like crazy out there?
Usually when it's about 95 degrees, 96 degrees, and hot and humid, then the wind's blowing straight down.
Next pitch inside. Evens the count now at 1-1. Believe Waupun playing, they are playing tomorrow against Plymouth right here.
Hopefully.
It looks like 90% chance of rain when you get into the mid-afternoon. Just chopped over towards third base, and that's going to be a foul ball, even though Waupun grabbed it through to first, but just a bit foul. Last time I saw Graham play, he got knocked out of the game there with a line shot right at him. He was done for the game. And I asked him after the game, how are you feeling? He goes, I feel pretty good right now. His voice up at a little octave after that. That's a rough one. 1-2 the count now to Kobalarczyk. One down to the dirt. It's a count now at 2-2.
Good spot. Just it was down pretty good, but good location, missing down.
Adam Zilka awaiting on deck, their cleanup batter. And that one is dropped by the catcher. Bean gets it, but he's going to sail it over the top of Krieger's head at first base, and heading over to second base now is Kobalarczyk. So how do you officially write that in a book, Bob?
I believe that's a KE2.
KE2. Okay. Trying to learn how to do. I'm trying to learn how to do things right. So.
Yeah, strike's got to be caught.
Yep. Yeah, then the bat throw, sailing it over his head out to right field. So now they got a runner at second base, and they got their cleanup batter, Adam Zilka, at the plate, batting .370 on the season. First pitch misses for ball 1. Yeah, getting close to playoff season for softball and baseball, always an exciting time, and we will be covering both Waupun softball and all their postseason games and all of Waupun baseball games. And this one is popped in the air in the infield, and calling for it is Landon Richter. Right down the infield grass and hauls it in for out number 3. So a couple strikeouts and error in the inning. One runner stranded at second base. Nobody scores. And after one half of inning, no score in the ball game. Back with Waupun's half of inning number 1 coming your way right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Say cheese. If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
And Steve with us here at the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Steve, we need some help here at the bartender front to encourage our locals to come in yet, right?
Yeah, we need help for sure, but we can also use some employee help also. So stop down, and if you're experienced, even not experienced, bartender, server, we could use your help right now. We're obviously growing. It's getting busier. It's summer. The patio's open. So stop on down, talk to Andy, talk to myself. See if you're interested in it, get in. It's a great way to make some extra money.
Memorial Day Monday, are you open?
We are open. We're open, so when you're coming back from camping and you don't feel like cooking, come get a pizza, come get some all-you-can-eat shrimp. A lot of good food going on Monday.
Of course, got the NBA playoffs going on. The Brewers trying to get back on track here a little bit. All the sporting events on the TVs here.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming on. Obviously, this golf has been a great thing for watching down here lately. Good tournaments, so stop down. Brewers. NBA playoffs are going on a little bit right now, set too, and then obviously all kinds of great other baseballs and sporting events to come check out.
Have a great weekend, Steve. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick.
Okay, we are back. Steve and Bobby with you. Got Big Nate Young on the video streaming, and Waupun comes to the plate after shutting down the Chargers in the top half of the inning. batting for Waupun. Their batting order, Brian Ferris will start things out. Graham Gopal waiting on deck. After that, Logan Prawl, then Chase Beam, Brennan Rediker, Jake Krieger, Landon Richter, Trey Schmidt, and the DH. Batting ninth is Jonas Buckles. Brett Beyondich on the mound. Right-handed pitcher, their star pitcher for KML. Ty Spaeth behind home plate. Here's the first pitch. And what do they got this guy clocked? What do they have anybody that clocked him? What he pitches? 93? 93 miles an hour, they say.
I've seen, I don't know when this was, 92 fastball. There's
and this is hit out towards right field, but right at the right fielder. Nice little stroke there by Brian Ferris, but right at Nathan Motes, the right fielder, for out number one.
What I've seen of Beyondich, he obviously has a great fastball. His curveball's throwing about almost 20 miles an hour or less, but he can be a little bit wild. And I think he is on a little bit of a pitch count. I think they got him at like 70 or 75 or something like that, so he won't go over 70 for sure.
That's one offered, and that's going to be foul. Kind of let it, they kind of spun just at the last second before he picked it up into foul territory, just barely off the line.
Spun a couple different ways.
Makes the count now 1-1 to Graham with Logan Paula waiting on deck. Their first baseman is Gavin Moldenhauer. Nolan Ebert at second base. Shortstop is Adam Zilka. Jackson Kobalarczyk. He is the third baseman. Left to right in their outfield, Max Glasky, Zach Knazer, and also Nathan Moths. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And he sailed that one. He's a quick worker, too. He doesn't take much time between pitches. As soon as it's time to go, and he's ready to throw it. And a little meeting with Beyondich and Spaeth, the catcher.
Spaeth, I believe, is his normal catcher. But he's a sophomore, so.
Comes the 2-1 pitch. That one, a called strike. That was a little bit off the plate, but a called strike there. Makes now a 2-2 count to Graham. Graham so far in the season batting .395, and that's going to make it out. Second baseman can't quite get to it. Nice job of hitting there by Graham Gopal with a couple strikes on him, and takes it out to center field. So a one-out single off the bat of Graham Gopal will bring up Logan Prawl. Logan so far on the season batting .468. He's crossed home plate 24 times to lead Waupun in that category. Chase Beam awaiting on deck.
I think last game Kempfert was the catcher, and I don't believe he's in the lineup today, is he? Yeah, he is, right?
So what are these guys all carrying now? He's got his sliding glove, and then what's in the fanny pack?
That's probably just to keep his hand warm out there.
Hand warmer to slide around. Yeah, keep your hand. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's baseball in Wisconsin. We haven't had a lot of warm days.
These kids have it all nowadays: elbow guard, shin guard, sliding, mitts.
Yeah, when did that become a thing? Just the last year, a few years here?
A couple years.
Runner going, Graham, and that one was swung on and fouled out of play.
I don't know if that was a hit and run or not, but it looked like Graham had it stolen. Absolutely, you can.
0-2. Now the count to Prawl. Graham going and kind of jams him on that one. It's going to make it past the first baseman who was running kind of back into foul territory to haul it in, but stays alive for another pitch. Keeps it counted 0-2.
Did not have that good a jump that time, but I still think he would have beat it. But Logan in protect mode up there.
Yeah, he was hoping for Logan to put it out there somewhere, a base hit, and get himself over to third, at least.
Got to be careful here because you can hit right into a double play here. But maybe he'll throw us a triple, too.
Yeah. Yeah, Logan's got some good speed, good pop on the bat. Like I said, batting .468 to lead the team in batting average so far on the season. A few guys in the 400s. 0-2 pitch. That's going to miss high on the fastball from Vionic. Yeah, pretty solid kid, Vionic. I don't know if he plays. We've seen him on other sports out there. If he's a football guy, he's built to be a football guy too. Does that sound familiar on the basketball team?
I don't remember him on the basketball team.
No, I don't. That's not a familiar name. Some of these guys I do, but
Kobe Archicks, I think. I just might remember him from baseball too, but
Silka. Got another one swung on and backing out of play. So nice little battle, even though it's a 1-2 count. Fouled a few off. Made Bionic throw a few extra pitches.
Yeah, get that pitch coming up.
Yeah. One down, runner at first base. No score in the game. Bottom of the first inning. Steve and Bobby with you here live from the Gus in Waupun. Conference action. And going on the pitch and diving in safely head first, he is Graham Gopalan.
Good take by Logan. Close pitch. Umpire deemed it just a bit outside.
2-2 the count now to Prawl. And runner at second base, so there you go. Guy in scoring position. Fastball is going to miss high. Makes it now a 3-2 count. So I'm not sure how many pitches he's thrown to Logan, but made him throw a few extra ones here.
I don't know. Mr. Bionic looking in the dugout like he might not be feeling the best or something going on.
Well, coach is going to kind of said something to the coach in there, and he's out there talking to him. But again, that runner at second base. Said Waupun plays against Plymouth coming up tomorrow night. We'll have that game. Bob just told Bob that he's in for that tomorrow too. So
hopefully the weather man is not correct on that, but it doesn't look good.
What is the you had some other stats that you had with you too with the rankings? You had the rankings.
Yeah, the rankings are out.
Oh, they are. They're taking him out. He's
Bionic is coming out.
He's coming out, and I don't know if they got the second baseman, Ebert, come in to do some pitching right now. So definitely something happening. I mean, because he called into the dugout. Coach made the slow walk out. There is a pitching change, and we'll take a break while they're changing pitchers, and we'll try to get where everybody's moved to after that. A little conference, and talking to Travis Hull as a home plate umpire. So definitely something going on. But there is a new pitcher, their second baseman, Nolan Ebert. He's going to warm up. We'll be back after this. It's Waupun Warrior Baseball, no score in the game on Radio Plus Sports.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Extend your vertical tillage options with a new Kuhn Krause Accelerator XT8010 available at Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun and Watertown. Proven Excalibur VT blades cut tough residue, creating a superior seed bed. Gang angle options of 1 to 5 degrees for true vertical tillage or 6 to 8 degrees for more aggressive tillage action. Mid-mounted tines redirect soil and residue flow ahead of rear gangs. Exclusive star wheel treaders, brake clods, and anchor residue, while the 24/7 conditioning reel firms and finishes the seed bed. The Accelerator XT is available in RTK cut widths of 11 to 40 foot. Ask your dealer about the new Smart Soil Technology ISOBUS system for your new Accelerator XT.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance, no matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because you'll feel totally protected with the right auto coverage. Plus, you'll save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home with our expert agents. American Family Insurance.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact me, Agent Christine File, at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun, or call 920-324-3488 today.
Okay, well, Nolan Ebert comes in to pitch, the second baseman. Brett Beyondich out, and was he kind of holding his shoulder a little bit? Or
yeah, he was
working
putting
that
at his
out?
right shoulder, and he was trying to swing a bat down there, it looked like, and I'm guessing he didn't feel real comfortable.
Get those little twinges in there like you see on the professional baseball games. Then they kind of pull you out if there's anything like that, so maybe not a bad idea. So Braxton Abbott's will be their second baseman. Nolan Ebert, the second baseman, moves in to pitch. Right-handed pitcher, and looked like Spaeth was going to come out and had another guy in there all suited up, but they took him out and brought Ty Spaeth back in behind home plate. And Logan Prawl still up, so he inherits a 3-2 count with Logan Prawl, who has fouled a few off and probably caused 7 or 8 pitches there by the pitcher Beyondich, who's out of the game. And he jumps on the first one, but that's up in the air, and it looks like center field's going to haul it in. Zach Knazer out there hauls it in, and staying over at second base is Graham Gopalin. So a fly out to center field, 2 down, runner at second, and Chase Beam comes up to bat now for Waupun.
This is where Pond's kind of struggled too here lately, is just coming up with a clutch hit. Getting some guys across. I know down in KML they hit into 2 double plays.
How many guys stranded in that game?
8, I think, Bag of Peanuts said.
8, okay. And this is popped out towards right center field, and the good jump on that one by the center fielder, Zach Knazer. Makes it look routine out there, hauls it in. So 3 flyouts for Waupun. They do strand a runner over at second base after that single from Graham Gopalin, and no score in the ball game yet as we head to the top of the inning number 2 here at the Gus in Waupun. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. Boneless and traditional. A variety of sauces. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights only at Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmsen name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
Okay. Big Nate pointing at me and says, talk, start talking. We're ready for the top of inning number 2. And they'll be starting for Kettle, Moraine, Lutheran, number 5 in the batting order, Max Glaskey, followed by William Kempfert. And now pitcher Nolan Ebert in the hole now for Kettle, Moraine, Lutheran. Odd little start of the ball game with KML already taking their starting pitcher out of the ball game. And here we go. Glaskey up to bat, batting .316 on the season so far. His first look at left-handed pitcher Larson, and that one, good job by Beam. Tell Larson, stand back, let that thing spin foul, and it did.
Good recognition by Chase there.
I see that Gavin Moldenhauer is going to be batting. He's actually on deck. He was the guy that they were going to bring in as a catcher, and he was in that. I should know this. It's William Kempfert. Kempfert waiting on deck. He was the guy that was all suited up to come out and catch. He did a lot of the infield, too, when they were doing the infield. He was the guy that was all dressed up as a catcher back there. I'm not sure which one's the main guy behind home plate.
Kempfert caught last game against him, but I didn't really.
Here's called strike, and the next pitch in to Glaske. That's going to miss well off the blade, away from the right-handed hitter, Max Glaske. Count is now 2-2. You wonder how much you check in with your college that you're going to be going to. Should I be pitching if I get this little twinge in my arm, or what do you want me to do?
I'm sure they were probably watching, and they probably called him and asked him, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah. And that misses, and a walk issue to Glaske after a little battle there. So leadoff batter gets on with a walk. And that will bring up the designated hitter, William Kempfert, who was scheduled to bat in that spot anyway as the DH. So leadoff batter on here for Kettle Moraine Lutheran, making a little noise to get things going. For showing bunt right back at the pitcher. Larson picks it up and have a soft little short throw over to first base. He looked over to second base but saw that the runner was almost over there, so did the right thing, threw it to first. Just fast enough to beat the runner out over there, so they get the out, but sack bunt.
His first bunt of his first sacrifice of the season.
And that will bring up the now pitcher in the ball game. When Ebert up to bat.
I'm probably a little bit giving on the corners the way it looks.
Gave him that first one. Next pitch is going to be just off the plate. Puts the count now at 1-1. Windy day, as it's pretty much a recurring theme for every baseball game that we've seen so far this season. But we're out of the elements right here, up in the press box right behind home plate. Went well outside. Good job by Beam sticking the glove way out and hauling it in. Puts the count now at 2-1. Two-one pitch, and that is kind of sliced out to left center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Ferris comes in and gets it in the infield and got runners now at the corners, but nice little job of hitting, just a little slice job out to left center field. For the left-handed hitting Nolan Ebert, putting runners now at the corners. First hit of the ball game for the Chargers so far in the game.
Courtesy runner out there, Nate Netzel.
Nathan Moths, the right fielder, up to bat now. So here we go. KML looking trying to get on the board here in a scoreless ball game, top of the second inning. And that is a called strike into Moths. Oh, and won the count now to number 8 in the batting order, Nathan Moths.
Good pitch.
Yeah, coming a little high and tight on that one and jams him a bit. Swing and a miss, puts the count at 0-2. Oh, undecided. Again, just a nice pitch coming inside. Kind of a last-second decision to swing. A swing and a miss going down. Strikeout route, which is huge for Waupun to get the out that way. Runner still at the corners. Ty Spaeth coming up to bat now, the catcher.
He's a sophomore. Nice pitch down in the lower part of the zone.
Yeah, Larson on a nice little roll right now. Mixing it up a little bit, hitting his spots up in the corners of the plate. A half-hearted swing on that one is fouled back. Puts the count quickly at 0-2. Top of the order is Zach Knazer waiting on deck. I'm hoping not to see him until the third inning.
Netzel does have a couple stolen bases on the year, but
showing a little respect, I think, for Mr. Beam.
A little bigger lead out there this time, it looks like. K-Man will do some tricks here once in a while, too.
Missing on the next one. Thinking about it was Spaeth, but laid off it. Makes the count 1-2.
I like to see the left fielder in a little bit more, especially with the 9-hitter up here. Everybody else not too bad.
That one down on a dirt. Good job by Beam to keep it in front, keeping the runners right where they're at the corners. I've seen a lot of baseball over these last few days. Saw 10-year-old baseball over at Rosendale. The grandson playing over there. Yeah, runner goes easily over at second base. Now runners at second and third base for Kettle Moraine Lutheran with a 3-2 count. Here
Looked
we
like
go.
a pretty good pitch, Steve.
Yeah.
Check the swing there. I don't think he went. Mr. Armga agrees.
Okay, 3-2 the count. Big pitch here for Waupun's Landon Larson. That will miss just off the plate. And now bases are loaded for Kettle Moraine Lutheran. The bad part, even worse than that, is they got the top of the order coming up to bat with Zach Knazer.
Knazer struck out looking the first time up. Looks like a courtesy runner number 5 for the catcher.
Jacob Hess coming in to run for the pitcher right now. So bases are loaded. Kettle Moraine Lutheran threatening here in the top half of inning number 2. A slow-moving game right now, just dragging along. See if Waupun can retire Mr. Knazer like they did in the first inning. Yeah, Larson steps off the rubber. Yeah, Larson takes his time, and comes the pitch. First pitch in, and hit foul, a little behind on that swing off the bat of Knazer. Makes the count 0-1. Looking there to jump on that first pitch that he was going to see. Looks like he kind of had that in his mind. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Yeah, looked pretty good. And a called strike right in the outside part of the plate. Puts the count now at 0-2. Yeah, we'll see what he does with him. Up 0-2. Shouldn't give him anything to drive right now. Nothing in the strike zone.
I'd like to think he's going to go outside again.
No, came inside on it and pulls it, but that's going to be foul. Keeps the count at 0-2. So Knazer stays alive, trying to bring some runs in now for his team with runners at every base. And 0-2 count here at the top of the second inning. Scoreless game on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. And a big swing and a miss. Nice job by Landon Larson to strike out the top guy in their batting order and escape with bases loaded. Nobody scores. They strand 3. And after 1.5 innings, no score in the ball game. Back with the bottom half of inning number 2 after this on Radio Plus Sports.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
From the heart of Dodge County, we're bringing community together through the power of local radio. Tune in to the Great 98 for your favorite classic guitar-driven tunes and engaging local coverage of events that matter most to you. We celebrate your stories, amplify your voice, and keep you connected to what's available right here at home. Whether you're cruising down the road, chilling in the yard, or working hard, we rock your world. Lock in 98.7 on the dial. Stream at great98.net.
We make you feel at home. At home.
Okay, here we go. Waupun comes up in the bottom half of inning number 2. Nice job by Landon Larson to get out of that, get a strikeout with their number 1 guy in the batting order. Strikes him out with bases loaded. Great escape there by Waupun. Up to bat now, get Brennan Rediker, followed by Jake Krieger and Landon Richter. Have we ever had a game where all the Landons get in the game together?
Just say Landon, you're pretty close.
Yeah, if I can't think of a name, just say Landon. We've got a 1 in 4 chance and 1 in 3 chance. Could be it. And going down is Brennan Rediker. Swings and misses for a strikeout. And that'll bring up Jake Krieger to the plate. Jake batting .245.
Hopefully he's starting to heat up a little bit here. Need him to start hitting.
First pitch into him. This is a little low and outside for ball 1. A few hits the last few games, so he's getting himself going. He's got to peak at the end of the season is the main thing. Fouls the next one off. And we dodged a bullet last week when that storm that came through and people down in Mayville and Juneau didn't do so well, but
yeah,
it was off and on, all up and down that whole line of storms. Hit and miss, whether you're going to get something with it or not, but we got lucky here. But definitely I looked at the weather and I thought, man, we're lucky we didn't play in this kind of stuff. You just so unpredictable. It was
good not to push it back or move it up or anything like that.
This out towards right center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Another base hit for Jake Krieger. He is getting the thing, his bat going here toward the end of the season. So 1 down, runner at first base, and that will bring up Landon Richter. Landon so far on the season, he is batting .296.
Yeah, he's been scuffling too a little bit here lately. He put the ball in play against K-Mail last time anyway.
Yeah, it's a called strike. Nice pitch on the outside part of the plate. Again, Nolan Ebert, their pitcher, coming in for Brett Beyondich, who's their stud pitcher for the team. Got a little something going on in his right shoulder and decided it's not time, maybe not to push it here. This is pop back and then out of play. 0-2 the count now to Diddy.
Well, with innings pitched, Ebert's their number 2, I guess. But I think they've been piggybacking him and Beyondich. So Beyondich will throw up to 60, and then Ebert will come in and throw the rest. So it's like having 2 number 1s out there.
And going down with a nice pitch on the outside part of the plate, going down looking is Richter. And that'll bring up Trey Schmidt. in that ball game last week on Tuesday against KML. He had a couple hits, 2 for 3 in the ball game.
Yeah, he's hitting the ball all right. Kind of, again, up and down.
First pitch into him, fouls it back for strike 1. Jonas Buck also waiting on deck. Yeah, sun peeking out a little bit here. A busy day today. Just too many things going on in one day.
That's a good thing, Steve, when
Yeah.
you're retired, right?
Yeah. I just wanted one of those little mornings. I thought I could have a morning where I could just be like Mr. Bundy on Married with Children watching TV, but that just didn't happen. There was no sitting down today. Runner goes. They're going to throw, but getting there easy. Over there for Krieger. Had a great jump on that. Could probably save that throw, but 1-2 the count now for Trey Schmidt.
Yeah, Jake definitely had a nice jump, timed him up well. Not a real strong arm back there catching, so I think you can take liberties with him if we get guys on.
1-2 pitch now for Ebert. Yeah, it's going to miss a little low, a little outside. 2-2 the count to Trey Schmidt. 2 down. No score in the game. Yeah, great job by Waupun escaping bases loaded in the top half of this inning. So nobody's crossed home plate yet. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch to Schmidt. And he pops that in the air into short to right field, giving chase as the second baseman. Hauling it in is Braxton Abbots and brings it in for out number 3. When Waupun does strand a runner, nice base hit there by Jake Krieger, goes for naught. And we have no score in the game through 2. Back with the top of inning number 3 right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Protect your New Holland equipment and optimize your performance in the field with genuine New Holland maintenance products. New Holland oils and filters are designed specifically for New Holland equipment so you can achieve our high performance standards in the field. And by choosing genuine New Holland maintenance products, you'll not only protect your equipment, you'll also boost its performance and productivity. Visit Waupun Equipment Company, also in Watertown, and see for yourself why genuine New Holland oils and filters are the right choice for your equipment.
Okay, we are back for the top half of inning number 3. Braxton Abbott's up to bat, now right-handed hitter facing Wapun's Landon Larson. Bag of Peanuts is pretty vocal out there. And it's a hard hit ball up, but it's up behind the air and coming in. Kind of gets up in the jet stream and just gets knocked down. And an easy job there for Waupun's Logan Prawl to haul it in for out number 1. So a nice start to the inning for Waupun. Jackson Kovalarczyk coming up to bat.
Another pretty big kid that can
sizable
put a little
kid.
power into the ball here, too. He's only got 1 double on the year, though. 24 hits, 1 double.
Pitch is going to miss outside. Makes the count 2-0.
Umpire's pretty lenient with the outside corner, so it's a good option to try to hit that out there, but not that far.
Kobalarczyk gets in with a strikeout back in the first inning. That was dropped and then overthrown to first base, and getting over to second base was Jackson. That's as far as he got. Comes a 3-0 pitch. Called strike. So there's a little dramatic pause after that.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their rhythm.
I just like guys like that when I was catching.
And this one's on the ground. That is going to get picked up cleanly by Richter. Throws to first, gets the out. So 2 up, 2 down. Going through the main part of their order right now. And see if they can take care of the cleanup batter. Adam Zilka steps to the plate. Yeah, we'll be right back here tomorrow for Waupun hosting Plymouth, taking on the Panthers in their game tomorrow right here at the Gus. We'll have that game for you again on Radio Plus and also on the radio station at 103.3 FM. That's hit in the air but out of play over on the first base side.
Zilka can hit the ball with some power too. A couple doubles, 6 doubles I think on the year. Not as big as Kobalarczyk or Beyondich, but don't need to be big.
No, I've seen that in the past. Guys that could take it out of the park, and that one down to the dirt on the pitch by Larson.
About a 45-footer, I think, Steve.
Yeah. So 1-1 the count to Adam Zilka. Shortstop for the Chargers. And that's going to go right past Larson. Diving attempt there by Waupun's Logan Prawl at shortstop. But it's going to make it out into the outfield and a 2-out single for Zilka. So with 2 down, they got a runner at first base and Max Glaske coming up to bat. Got out with a walk. He got all the way over to third base and got stranded there with that nice finish to the top of the second inning. As far as he got. 2 down, runner at first. Scoreless ball game, top of the third inning. Fouled off on the first pitch into Glaske. Yeah, already got some pretty good kids at that tournament over in Rosendale watching that. There's some kids that can really bring it. Right, here's a throw to second base. That's going to skip over the top of the glove of Richter over there and safe. Over at second is Zilka.
Tough one to handle for Chase.
Yeah.
Ball bounced and
you just hope you magically raise your glove and it goes in there. And
pretty off balance on that throw. Nothing you can really do.
So now runner in scoring position for the Chargers with a 1-1 count on Max Glaske. Nice little pitch there. A little speed off it.
Good off-speed pitch. Down and in.
It moved right from the middle right in towards the batter. That was a nice pitch. 1-2 the count to Glaske. A sharp hit ball, but just foul. Trying to go opposite field with it down the first base line. This is by a few feet. Keeps the count now at 1-2. Yeah, thanks to our radio listeners out there on 103.3 FM and also AM 1170. Hear more and more people that like to just listen to the game on the radio while they're doing something, and there's no better way to listen to a Brewer game or listen to the Badgers football game on a Saturday morning. I like listening to Matt LePay. Something about it sounds better, some of those games on the radio. Another one fouled out of play, and staying alive is Glaske.
Guess you probably don't get as frustrated listening to it as you do watching it.
Yeah. So another 1-2 pitch for Landon Larson, and gets a strikeout and a nice outing there for Larson, giving up just one hit, stranding a runner over at second base. And now Waupun and KML all knotted up at 0. Waupun's half of inning number 3 coming your way next on Radio Plus Sports.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
Chronic pain sufferers, listen up. If you're suffering from pain due to injury or illness, and the options you've tried have failed to alleviate your pain, or surgery has been recommended, you may be wondering if you've run out of options. If so, regenerative medicine may be your answer. At New Medical Center, we use a variety of alternative treatments designed to harness your own body's ability to heal. Rather than covering up your pain, regenerative medicine goes right to the source to resolve and repair the injury. Instead of using harmful drugs to mask your pain or having risky surgery that can cause additional injury and increase your chance of arthritis, regenerative medicine helps your body repair the damage that causes pain. Don't let pain compromise your favorite hobbies and activities, leaving you crippled.
Welcome back to the Gus, and we're heading to the bottom of inning number 3. Number 9 in the batting order, Jonas Buckholz, up to bat first, the DH. First pitch into him, a called strike, no offer. Brian Ferris, top of the order, waiting on deck after that. In the hole is Graham Gopalan. Fouls off the 0-1 pitch, makes it now an 0-2 count.
Interesting game in Kewaskum versus Campbellsport. That's a continuation. I think they stopped it after 9 or 10 innings. They're now in the bottom of the 14th, still tied at 5.
The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. It's going right at him is Ebert, and he gets the strikeout on Buckholz. Randy Armgay had a game on that Thursday where this game got called off, and he had a game that got moved up to like 1:30 or something like that someplace.
But the only time you're going to get that one in.
Yeah. So Brian Ferris up to bat. He flew out to right field his last at bat back in the first. Watches the first pitch in this inning, miss high for ball 1. Graham Gopalan waiting on deck. High and tight on the next pitch. 2-0 the count. It's also going to miss inside. Makes it a 3-0 count.
Yeah, wanted to wear that one, but
yeah, he's the one that would. A little 3-0 pitch now from Ebert. Taken all the way is Bryant. Called strike. Count is now 3-1. Yeah, another one high and tight for ball 4. So there you go. Got a good, aggressive, fast runner, a smart runner on the base now for Waupun. With Ferris over at first base, and that brings up Graham Gopalan. Nice batting average on the season, like I said before, coming into the game, batting .395. Got some pretty good wheels. Logan Paul waiting on deck.
Expect Bry to be running at some point here in this at bat.
Some high heat and a swing and a miss by Graham. Yeah, sisters Gracie's back from Quinnipiac out in Connecticut.
He should be running on this pitch, I think.
There he goes. Boom. On the way. Great jump. Easy stolen base there for Brian Ferris. Let's see if I can get Gracie and along with Cale Peterson in the studio one of these mornings. They've got a camp coming up here in the next few weeks.
I saw that. Good for them.
Yeah.
Like to see that. Give them back.
Yeah, a couple. The guys or girls are invited to this camp, I believe. And might be second grade and up. They've got a lot of knowledge to pass along, a lot of great experiences with their AAU years, and State champions, got to state another time, and a lot of successes now. Division I basketball players. Of course, Gracie's moving, I believe, over to St. Louis. I don't know if it's Mercy University or college. Or
I did not hear that, actually.
I believe that's where she was headed. She's in Chicago. I heard St. Louis. Is it? Well, look that up. Give me some useful information here. You have been 1-2 pitch, and that is a hit out towards center field. As Knazer just walks up a few steps and hauls it in for the out. So a fly out to center field keeps the runner over at second base. So 2 down, and that brings up Logan Prawl.
No, you're right. Yeah, Maryville.
Yeah, Maryville. It was something with an M. Yeah, so changing colleges. I know Cale's pretty happy over at Virginia Tech and had a nice season. Got to start a bunch of games and liking it out there.
Yeah, they lost a few to the transfer portal, but
yeah, they said they didn't come. They came up pretty good. Seemed pretty. Mom Jen's. If we got some frequent flyer miles out to the East Coast to go watch Cale, I'm sure that Tasha did that too, and Mom and Dad got out to watch Gracie out there playing. The Bobcats. Now she's no longer a Bobcat. But look into that. Hopefully I'll get them on the air. I'll have to reach out to them maybe here tonight, see if we can get them on one of these mornings and talk a little basketball, talk about that camp. A couple players that these younger players have looked up to and their successes here in Waupun. Comes a 2-0 pitch now for Logan Prawl. Looking to gap one somewhere, get that run in from second base.
Like he's worrying about the pitch or the runner a little bit out there. Ebert is. Hopefully, leave something over the middle here. Logan can drive somewhere.
Ooh, the chopper over towards third base, picked up by Kobylarczyk, and throws a high one over to first, but hauling it in is Gavin Moldenhauer for the third out. Pond comes up empty, walk, runner stranded over at second base. And no score in the ball game after 3 complete. Here at the Gus, back with the top of the 4th, right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Hey, you sure do like to sneeze.
Where did I put the keys?
It's the dust in the air. You like to sneeze.
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Dust allergens and even mold could be hiding in your air conditioning ducts. Your dryer vent could be clogged too. We will get your air clean, system more efficient, and home safe. One of our most trusted brands is American Standard. Call 920-763-2301 or log on to allphasecomforts.com, providing your comfort zone for all seasons.
Crack the window in here for a breeze.
Call Allphase so you don't sneeze.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Planning to build? You need Pino. Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your vision to reality. You need Pino. After all, they've been doing it almost 50 years. To start your next project, go to rapino.com. Check out their virtual design tool and turn your idea into action. That's rapino.com and learn about the Pino difference. Pino. Build better for future generations.
Okay, we are back in Waupun. No score in the game through 3 complete. And now's a designated hitter, number 6 in the batting order, William Kemford, steps to the plate. Had a successful sack bunt that moved the run over to second base back in the 2nd inning. Nolan Ebert, the waiting on deck, and after that, Nathan Moltz. Strike 1 in the first pitch into Kemford. Going right at him again and fouls that one off. Foul over in the right field side. 0-2 the count into Kempfort.
Larson doing a nice job of mixing pitches a little bit.
Yeah. Like from what it's the first time I've seen him pitch, so I was pretty impressed from what I see. Nice to have a lefty out there. Comes the 0-2 pitch, and that one's on the ground. It's going to get picked up by Richter. Sets, throws to first, and gets the out. So a nice start to the top of the fourth inning. A throw out over at first. And we've got one down, nobody on, and Nolan Ebert. Now the pitcher of the ball game started out as the second baseman up to bat. Ebert had a single, got to second base eventually in the second inning.
Little flare out to left field last time.
Check swing, called strike. Yeah, Randy Armgall out there humping the bases, and it's kind of his fun money. He makes a lot of money during the baseball season. Doesn't get to work with me a lot till we get maybe to the postseason and gets available then. But it's a 1-1 pitch. Yeah, uses that for traveling or doing something fun during the year, camping. And I've stayed in the Love Shack over there with those guys, him and Barb and the wife and I. Either ends of their place here, but I saw this one of my best night's sleeps I've had. It was windy. It was just perfect that night. I just slept very good up in Door County, just north of Egg Harbor. Comes the 2-2 pitch. That's going to miss outside. Count is now 3-2. I don't see Randy a whole lot during this time of year because he's always umping either softball or baseball somewhere.
I don't get a chance much either. Good pitch.
3-2 pitch. That one right down the middle and a called strike three. Going down looking is Ebert. So 2 up and 2 down. That'll bring up Nathan Moats to the plate. So far, Moats, he just had one at bat, a strikeout back in the second inning. That's the number 8 slot overall in the batting order for the Chargers. See if Waupun can get one of these 1, 2, 3 innings. It'd be kind of a nice. They haven't done yet in the ball game. Called strike on the first pitch in. No offer from Moats.
I honestly don't know if we've had many this year.
Yeah.
Watched most of their home games, and doesn't seem like we had too many quick innings. I think maybe the tournament we might have played pretty good ball that weekend.
1-1 the count. Here's the pitch from Larson. That's going to stay high and outside. 2-1 the count. That's going to miss high. Heard they did pretty good with getting some of the levels tournaments filled in for their hosting their own 12-year-old tournaments coming up this weekend starting on Friday.
Good.
They said they filled up the tournament. Comes the 3-1 pitch. And that is hit out towards right field, and it is foul. Yeah, they said they've had some trouble the last few years filling up their tournaments. It was pretty strong some years back, but they had a few problems where they were limited on what bats they could use here was one thing. And now they've got these new fields in that have the 70-50 thing going on, the base distance and the pitcher distance, and that drew in some people, too, to come into Waupun. And they filled up that 12-year-old tournament coming up starting on Friday night. And that one is off the plate. So a 2-out walk with nobody on to Nathan Moats. That's just fun. You just kind of picture the kids that are playing now, and you say, these kids out here in varsity, this is exactly what they did. And they had them loaded up with tournaments and got themselves out ready for the varsity diamond. I always show my grandkids, too, there's not a lot of kids from each class that are out there, and you see yourself one of the top, 5, 6 guys, or something that you might be a player when you get up there on the varsity. Maybe you need to be up in the top 2 or 3 in your class to be able to do that. So keep working hard. Oh, that one's going to get past the pitcher, but waiting for it and getting it is Logan Prawl over at short. Picks it up, throws the strike for the easy out over at first base. So 1 runner stranded, strikeout, 1 walk. Nobody scores after 3.5. No score in the ball game. Back with the bottom of inning number 4 coming your way right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture, we're honored to be voted by you to be one of the best mattress stores in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the finest in style, comfort, and quality to the Waupun area.
We've teamed up with amazing brands like Ashley, Lazy Boy, Best Craft, Marshfield, Best Home Furnishings, Mega Motion to offer you the best selection around.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Make your home a place you truly love with Verhaeg's Furniture Mart.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Say cheese. If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online.
And here we go. Bottom half of inning number 4, no score in the ball game, and up for Waupun, Chase Beam, their cleanup batter. Flew out to center field his last at bat. After that, it'll be Brennan Rediker and then Jay Krieger.
See if we can get something going here, Steve. End this 9-game losing streak to KML.
Yeah. Send it right here, right tonight. Next one is swung on and fouled back.
Nobody in this program has beaten Kettle Moraine Lutheran. Not since 2019 was the last time we beat them.
Well, 1-2 pitch, that's going to stay high. And the next pitch, him puts the count at 2-2. Well, the opportunity's there for you. Brett Beyondich going out early in the game. Looking at while he was pitching the third batter. He didn't even finish the batter, just had him go out with some shoulder problems. He's done. And that is hit out towards right field. A nice leadoff single for Chase Beam. Right between first and second base. Chase has got it going now for Waupun. And that'll bring up Brennan Rediker, struck out back in the second inning. And home plate umpire, I don't know what they...
Going to have a courtesy runner for Chase. Landon Dirksen.
Dirksen out there. I like seeing Dirksen with a bat in his hand, too, once in a while. He's a nice, solid little hitter, smart player.
He's a smart base runner out there, too. He's generally not going to hurt you out there as a courtesy, and that's what you're looking for, someone with speed, someone that knows the game, the situation. I'd probably expect a bunt here, even with your 5-hitter, but you got to get something going here.
Yeah, you're not going for a multiple run inning. This could be one of those games you're trying to just play some small ball and get that run across the plate. Yeah, no score in the game. Got that runner at first. Nobody out. So here we go. See if Waupun can get things going, get on the scoreboard here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And going right away in the first pitch, and that's a good job. And there they got the throw coming to third right on the money and an easy tag out at third. Wow. He did take off on it, a little hit and run out there, but a great job by the right fielder. Most easy throw actually over there and kind of waiting for him with this third baseman. Easy tag out at third. So now a runner at first, but now one down. That's a little disappointing.
Hesitated a little bit going into second. Either got to pick up your coach or pick up the ball if you're running on that.
Jake had himself a single back in the second inning. Up to bat now for Waupun.
Preferably, since the ball is behind you, you want to pick up your coach as you're going into second base there to see what he's doing.
Looking over there if he was waving him in the whole way, or you saw a little hesitation in there.
Yeah, he hesitated getting into second.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy out over at third. So one down, but still Waupun has that runner on. Got Jake Krieger up there. A bit of a hitting streak going in the last few games. Called strike. No offer from Jake on that one. Landon Richter awaiting on deck.
I think if he keeps going hard, he's still probably going to be hosed.
And that's popped out towards right field. Coming in is Moths. And that one goes off his leg, and that's on the ground. And runner safe at first and second base. Did a little sliding attempt at the ball, and that wind playing havoc with that one.
Probably going to give it a base hit, Steve, I think.
Yeah, he just put it up there, and that just knocked it down. And what looked like it could be a routine catch ended up being just a flat-out run to it, and try to slide in to get it. And off his body, and runners at first and second.
Not sure if he kind of lost that in the sun. Kind of hesitated a little bit. Yep. Then the wind blowing in is going to push it back a little bit more.
Yeah, it's coming in right towards home plate from right field. And Richter up to bat. Ball one on the first pitch into him. Pond making some noise here in the bottom half of inning number 4. Runners at first and second. Fastball and no offer from Richter. A called strike. It's the count at 1-1. This is what you got to do, Bob. You said you got to get those hits in the right spots here when you have your opportunities, and they have been doing that lately, stranding all those runners. And the last time these two teams met was the 1-1 pitch. Thought about it, lays off, misses, makes the count now 2-1. Didn't miss by much.
No, a little bit up, I think. Like Scotty always says, it's hard to tell up and down from here.
Yeah, it is. Well, you can tell as if it's kind of over the plate or not. And this one is hit past. No, the second baseman snags it over there. Good play by the second baseman to get that out at second base. They could have got it by and could have got that run in, but nice run-saving play, I think, by Abbott's over there at second base.
Nice diving stop. No first and third situations here.
Little conference. I think everybody's on the same page by the KML coach out there right now. Yeah, nice play there by Abbott's out there to get that out. And
fresh guy too, right? Well, kind of.
Yeah, he came in after it was the change when the pitcher goes out. Bjanic leaves the game. So it wasn't going all that fast, so it wasn't going to get out to the center fielder real fast. So he would have had that run, I believe, coming in from. It's over at third now, so
yeah,
it was a big maybe run-saving play.
Ball gets through, run's going to score.
Yeah. So big play there for KML. But still no score in the game, and that will bring up Trey Schmidt to the plate. He flew out to the second baseman back in the second inning.
See if he can ambush a fastball here right away.
Yeah, we'll call strike. The first pitch in. Oh, and won the count now to Trey Schmidt. Big opportunity for Waupun with a runner at third base.
I think he'd be going here at some point.
And that's driven out to left
over his
field,
head.
And that's going to get past the center fielder. That's going to bring a couple runs in for Waupun. A 2-run RBI double. Nice job there by Trey Schmidt. Shooting it past the center fielder out to left center field. Hit that one very well. Waupun is on the board first here in the bottom of the fourth inning, now leading 2-0.
Yep, took that fastball real nice and drove it out nicely out to left center out there. Kind of burned the center fielder a little bit.
That's what you're looking for, getting that timely hit. Waupun got it. 2 runs in, now lead this game 2-0. Jonas Buckholz is up to bat now for Waupun.
Not only that, turns the lineup over, so you got leadoff coming up. At worst case, at the top of the next inning.
I'm greedy. I just want another base hit.
Oh, absolutely.
Bring that one in from second. We'll see.
Never enough. Never enough.
Swing and miss, and the next pitch in puts the count at 1-1. Yeah, Trey had a couple of hits when they played last week Tuesday in that game. 2 for 3 in that game. Waupun lost 5-1. 1-1 pitch. And swung on and fouled. Out of play over on the right field side.
Do you ever announce track? Can you announce track?
So some people that might, but I wouldn't do that. Too much going on. Runner going on the 1-2 pitch and safely over at third base. Nice jump there by Schmidt, easily making it to third. So there you go. Guy standing right there. Why don't you bring that up for? Been up to any of the track meets yet?
No.
Can you watch that from your house or from where your apartment over there?
I have not watched any track meets, I don't think, in my life.
I just go sit and watch like the high jump pit or the long jump and things like that.
I know
Eric, things to watch.
Eric Krieger's got to go to a couple once in a while. JC, daughter JC, Eric's Jake's sister, kind of set a school record, I believe.
Yeah, that 4 by what?
100, 4x100
team. Yeah.
Lydia, I think, and I don't remember who the other two were.
Yeah, congratulations to them, setting a school record.
That's awesome.
3-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. But Waupun does come up with 2 runs on a nice 2-run double by Trey Schmidt. Lead this game 2-0 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
And Steve with us here, the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Steve, we need some help here at the bartender front to encourage our locals to come in yet, right?
Yeah, we need help for sure, but we can also use some employee help also. So stop down and if you're experienced, even not experienced, bartender, server, we could use your help right now. We're obviously growing. It's getting busier. It's summer. The patio's open. So stop on down, talk to Andy, talk to myself. If you're interested in it, get in. It's a great way to make some extra money.
Memorial Day Monday, are you open?
We are open. We're open, so when you're coming back from camping and you don't feel like cooking, come get a pizza, come get some all-you-can-eat shrimp. A lot of good food going on Monday.
Of course, got the NBA playoffs going on. The Brewers trying to get back on track here a little bit. All the sporting events on the TVs here.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming on. Obviously, this golf has been a great thing for watching down here lately. Good tournaments, so stop down. Brewers. NBA playoffs are going on a little bit right now, set too, and then obviously all kinds of great other baseballs and sporting events to come check out.
Have a great weekend, Steve. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Okay, thanks for joining us here. We've got a bunch of people watching the game so far and listening to the game. Waupun gets 2 in the bottom half of inning number 4. Trey Schmidt with a 2-run double.
Need a shutdown inning here, Steve.
Yeah, it's going to be nice to get through the top of the order here and not give up anything. Top of the order up to bat. Zach Knazer up. He struck out a couple times.
No free bases.
Nope.
Can't give him that.
Braxton Abbott's waiting on deck, and Jackson Kobalarczyk. He's in the hole now for the Chargers. 1-1 the count to Knazer.
Umpire looked like he wanted to call that one. Kind of started rising up a little bit.
Yeah, congratulations to the girls softball team, too. They're playing some great ball right now, kind of peaking at the right time. This is a chop but foul over on the third base side.
Notice they got a 1 seed.
Yeah, they are going to be fun to watch. Can't wait to cover all of their postseason games. It was just an amazing run. There's the opportunities to score, to call the play-by-play for championship games, first ever in program history for boys basketball, for girls the basketball when they did that a few years back. Called a few of their state championship years for baseball. And this is going to be picked up by Graham Gopal and throws it to first in time. Good job. Nice set and throw there from Gopal and kind of behind third base to get the out at first. Again, retiring that leadoff batter is a huge thing. I tell you, I've never seen so many grown men cry than after a sectional championship game upon the year that they won state for boys basketball.
Yeah.
It was, they tried to talk to Dan Damask, and he couldn't talk. So I looked at my brother, and he's crying up there, and I looked, there's like about 15, 20 guys up there crying up in the crowd, and yeah, that was something else. So I've been watching basketball, on TV, all the state championships since I was a little kid.
I might have shed a tear or two up in the stands up there.
That was an emotional time. They always say that sectional championship is the most emotional game. A lot of officials will say that. It was a magical year. Not really something I expected that they were going to go win the state championship, but they did. And they're going to come up on 10 years anniversary coming up next year.
I think they got a little something going on.
I think there is some things. We're going to try to get something going too, and maybe get the guys together. We do a little video stream of the gang back together again. Yeah, it was magical, and came right down to the last free throw and last putback attempt by Appleton Xavier. There's a called strike. Yeah. So what's the worst that can happen? This kid will go up there and maybe tie the game. No, the worst that could happen is he gets the rebound, puts it back in, you lose the game. They still.
Way to battle back so far, 3-2.
It's hitting foul territory over on the right field side. It's going to make its way out of play over there. But there's still a bit of an argument going on yet with whose job it was to block out the shooter on that free throw.
Yeah, I believe they had some discussion who had that, 'cause I think it was the shooter that got
the ball back. Yeah, he's the one that got it back and tossed it up there, kind of threw it wildly, but to get a shot at all to win the ball game, it's crazy. 3-2 pitch is fouled back and out of play. Yeah, was it McGinnis? Was it
Marcus?
Yeah, Marcus. It was those two. Yeah, it was those two who had that position to block out the shooter on that free throw. McGinnis was pulling rank. I'm a senior. It was your job to do that. Comes a 3-2 pitch.
Good pitch.
That one's going to miss. Maybe just a bit high.
That's been there.
And a one-out walk issued to Braxton Ebbets, and that'll bring up Jackson Kovalarczyk up to bat. There's that runner at first base, just missing on that one. That would have been huge. I'd like to get through these guys, but hey, we'll see what happens here.
Looks like Emmett Hull warming in the bullpen down there. I know Larson's getting close to 100 pitches here.
I'll strike into Kovalarczyk.
What's he at, Scotty? 87 pitches, so 13 left here.
Top of the fifth inning, 2-0 lead for Waupun over Kettle Moraine Lutheran. This one is hit out towards center field, and it's going to get hauled in out there by Bryant Ferris. Out there, took a step back and took a few steps forward and hauled it in. Big out there for Waupun with their number 3 batter retired, and that runner still at first. So that will bring up their cleanup batter, Adam Zilka, to the plate. So far, he has singled, and he has flown out.
Lined one right back through the box last time up.
Snap through over to first, not in time. Yeah, Chase pretty well respected what the Army's got here. Everybody knows what they would like to try to do and not do with him behind the home plate.
I would expect first team all conference for him.
It's chopped over again to Graham Gopal and picks it up cleanly, throws to first in time, and Waupun dodges the whole top part of the order and just get one runner on, but nobody scores, the main thing, and Waupun leading this game 2-0 after 4.5 innings, back with the bottom half of inning number 5 right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
It's time to take control of your soil management. Turn to the Great Plains TerraMax, a versatile hybrid tillage solution offering variable intensity tillage for a variety of fall and spring field conditions. Create the ideal seedbed with a high-quality finish, level soils and remove ruts, and eliminate resistant weeds, all with one tool. Tillage is now on your terms with TerraMax. Visit Waupun Equipment Company today to learn more about hybrid tillage from Great Plains. TerraMax, for tillage on your terms.
Okay, Nate says it's time to go. Here we go. Waupun, great job in the top of the 5th. What a great pitching job by Landon Larson here in the ball game too. Can't say enough about him. And top of the order up for Waupun with Bryant Ferris up. Got on with a walk back in the 3rd inning and flew out in the 1st inning. So 0 for 1 in the ball game. This pitch is going to miss high. Puts the count now at 2-0. So it was good to get Bryant on base to make things happen out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one of those guys on the basketball court. I said with my grandkids, he's one of the guys that said, if you want to learn how to play defense and tenacious defense, I mean, look at the team in general. It was very good, but Bryant was kind of the leader, just a in-your-face defender. And straight. Bryant.
It's a delayed call there. It's been called all day.
Yeah, I thought that was definitely a strike called on that one.
Yeah.
It was, so 3-1 the count now to Bryant. And his hard hit ball past the third baseman. We'll take the base hit instead. And Bryant starts things out with a leadoff single for Waupun. Just what you wanted. That'll bring up Graham Gopalin. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Nice swing by Bryant there. Hard hit ball. About 5.5 hole. Line shot. Yeah, it was closer to third base there. He's playing pretty far off the base, though, too.
Yeah, he is. He's way over. Yeah, right away, Bryant doesn't hesitate. Said, he haven't showed us much this game, so I'm just going to take off. Why hesitate? So there you go, Bryant Ferris. Standing over in scoring position at second base with nobody out. A 1-0 count to Graham Gopalin and Logan Prawl awaiting on deck.
You see Graham hit it to the right side, get Bryant over to third now. Situational baseball.
Joe's bunt brings the bat back, but a called strike into Graham. 1-1 the count now to Gopalin.
We're going to be bunting again here.
Keeper checks second base, brings it, and a missed bunt attempt there by Gopalin puts the count out at 1-2. How crazy did that make you guys feel as coaches out there when you can draw up whatever you want to draw, but it's still got to be executed out there. And
and during practice, when we practice bunting, and everybody takes it kind of haphazardly, and
nerves of steel on that one by Graham Gopalin. They're going to say a bit high, according to the home plate umpire, makes the count 2-2. It's not just Graham. I just said, many players say that, but that is such a big part of the game, and it can come in big, especially in a low-scoring game. Just moving guys over.
Watch the college guys go up there and bunt. I mean, they put their nose right in that thing and just, how you're supposed to do it,
Yeah.
Square up, get it down, they track it nice. Even in girls softball, I was watching a bunch of those games yesterday. Just squaring up, just doing the job. Not chopping at it, not.
Comes that 3-2 pitch and chases a high fastball for strike 3. Okay, so 1 down, but still at runner in scoring position. The dangerous hitting Logan Prawl coming up to bat. He's flown out. He's grounded out so far in the game. He's a guy that can get it done for you. Can hit any part of the field. See if we can get that run in. Can't have too many against a good team like KML.
I think he's going to go to right center here.
Yeah, he does well hitting the ball to all fields. And Ferris is going to go just steal third and just not even a throw over there. So you didn't bunt me over, so I'll just make my way over there myself. So good heads up there and good aggressive running by Ferris. Great timing.
Infield in now for KML. Got to cut off this run here if they can.
Say that catches the outside part of the plate. No offer, makes the count 1-1. Big moment here for Waupun. See if they can get another one that crosses the plate with that 2-0 lead on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Brian Ferris standing over at third. Logan Prawl at the plate with a 1-1 count facing Nolan Ebert. Late on the next one and fouls it back and out of play.
The infield in, a lot more green space out there, so drop one in somewhere would be great.
1-2 the count now to Logan. See if he can produce. Chase Beam awaiting on deck. Chase had a single his last at bat. And what was the official probably talking about there?
Umpire called time. Batter wasn't really ready. Pitcher was going to be starting to come home, so the umpire killed it.
1-2 the pitch now for Ebert facing Logan Prawl. And that, he is on the outside part of the plate going down looking. Nice pitch there from Ebert. Going down looking is Logan, and good job by Ebert striking out the last two batters. So I got that runner at third base. Chase Beam coming up, just a little single anywhere. Bring him in.
Coach Washburn coming out. Yep. Going to intentionally walk Chase here, I believe.
Let's get to say a free pass on this one and intentional walk. Puts runners now at the corners, and that'll bring up Brennan Redeker.
Courtesy runner will be Mr. Dirksen again, I'm assuming.
Is Brennan the one that had, you called her a single out to right field that got up in the wind and died in the right fielder out there?
Yep.
Off his leg?
Yep.
And Dirksen comes in and runs for Chase. So here we go. Redeker at the plate now for Waupun.
I believe he's got to take off that
He doesn't.
over jersey there, I believe. Maybe not.
They're going to make him, but I don't think he does that.
I believe you do. You got to be in uniform.
We didn't in Elmira.
Why you? Yeah, they're making
Yeah, I
him
know.
take his shirt, his cover shirt over his uniform.
I've seen guys up there with jackets on hitting too, but I don't agree with that either. I don't.
Yeah, because a lot of times you get that. I've seen that in softball where they don't have anything, no number, no name.
If you have, think about it. If you have guys with, all gold jerseys on, now you got a guy out there in a black jersey. It can confuse people, I guess.
Yeah, that's the color of the kind of matches a little bit the dark color that you got with the black jerseys that you have for Kettle Moraine Lutheran. So I can see that.
I'd like to see Dirksen try to steal a base here. Make a play, force the issue.
And runners at the corners.
There he goes.
There goes Dirksen. That's hit out towards center
Keep
field,
going.
but right at the center fielder, and Knazer hauls it in. Waupun comes up empty after getting that leadoff single by Brian Ferris, getting him over to third base for a couple of batters. Can't get him in. And Waupun comes up empty, but they have that 2-0 lead going into the top half of inning number 6. Back with the inning right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
Chronic pain
Hello, fellow allergy sufferers. Well, here we are at the heart of ragweed, hay fever, and mold season. If you're like me, you dread this time of year. Itchy eyes, runny nose, sneezing, nasal sprays, antihistamines, and allergy pills. And in the end, none of it makes your allergies any better. That used to be me, but I took control of my allergies, and you can too. I went to New Medical Center in Waupun. They tested me to find out exactly what was causing my allergies and formulated a personalized serum for me to treat my specific allergies. Best thing is, they got me in right away. I didn't have to wait for months for an appointment. Now here I am, able to work my fields, cut the grass, rake leaves, and anything else I want to do outside without having to worry about a constant headache, runny nose, and feeling miserable. Call the folks at New Medical Center. They help me, and I'm sure they can help you.
Call New Medical Center now at 324-9899 or visit them on the web at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 324-9899. What are you waiting for?
Hey, you sure do like to sneeze.
You want me to rake the leaves?
It's the dust in the air. You like to sneeze.
No, I don't remember Louise.
This is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Dust allergens and even mold could be hiding in your air conditioning ducts. It's best to get them clean now. We will get your air clean, system more efficient, and home safe. One of our most trusted brands is American Standard. Log on to allphasecomforts.com, providing your comfort zone for all seasons.
Can't say I've ever been overseas.
Call Allface to stop your sneeze.
Okay, we are back. A great pitching performance by Landon Larson, shutting out KML in his 5 innings of pitching. Taking him out, and Emmett Hull's coming in to replace him, but a great job by Landon. Just talk about what you saw from him here today, Bob.
Landon kept him off balance nice. Kept the ball away from him, didn't give them their big bats. Chance to really square up on really anything. 90 pitches, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. Gave up only 2 hits. I think the hardest hit ball was probably that one right back through the box by Zilka. Did a nice job.
Yeah, I got him down for 6. He had
6
2 in the first
could
inning,
be.
didn't he, with that strike, but it was an error with the drop ball.
Oh, yeah, I got that one. Oh, yeah, I missed that one. Yep,
1.
6 strikeouts.
Yeah, nice outing, and some, had the bases loaded there for a while and got out of that mess back in the 2nd inning.
That was huge.
It's a great job, and getting a strikeout against their number 1 batter in the batting order with the Knazer being retired with that strikeout.
Now get Emmett out here to throw strikes, and
lanky right-handed pitcher, and Emmett just waiting to have some surgery done after the season, right?
That's what I hear. Did I hear June, end of June maybe?
Okay.
I think he'll miss the Legion season. I'm going to miss him, obviously. A good arm out there that, can always use arms in Legion ball.
Where's it, his shoulder or his elbow on his left?
Left shoulder.
Left shoulder, okay.
Non-throwing, but he can't really hit. Can't hit.
Ooh, being trying to throw it down third. Thought maybe got a strikeout. Didn't get the call. Glaske puts the count now at 2-2 to him. Max Glaske, number 5 in the batting order, up.
That pitch has been there before today.
Yeah, and as a catcher, they just have the feel of where the umpire's calling them. Fights the next pitch off, fouls it out of play.
I think that happened with Contreras the other day, didn't it? Caught a ball that was probably at least 3 balls from the top of the zone, threw it down to third base, and the umpire wasn't going to give him a ball back.
Comes the 2-2 pitch. That's going to miss low and away. Makes it now a 3-2 count.
Off-speed pitch there, tried catching the corner.
Top of the 6th inning, 2-0 ball game. Here comes a 3-2 pitch, and that is...
There you go. No?
Ball number... Boy, I thought that would look pretty
Wow.
good. Not sure where that missed. I think it definitely was over the outside part of the plate, but didn't get it.
Wow. 2 good pitches in that one. I don't know what Scotty thinks about it, but...
Okay.
Yeah. Might have been a little low, but...
That brings up William Kempfert. Okay, a leadoff runner on this. What you don't want is walking the leadoff batter in an inning.
He has 1 sacrifice today already, so see what happens.
Showing bunt, that's going to miss low and away.
Got to throw strikes here, and outs got to be outs. Got to get outs. He's giving you an out, got to take it.
One 1-0 count now to William Kempfert, their designated hitter, right-handed batter. Yeah, it's a called strike. Throw to first, not in time. 1-1 the count.
There always scares me a little bit when you're thrown right into that sun here. And I don't think Jake has sunglasses on.
No. 1-1 the count now to Kempfert. That's going to miss low. Makes it count 2-1. Nothing easy right now here in the top of the 6th inning. 2-1 the count now to William Kempfert. This one's going to miss high. Now a 3-1 count. The way Waupun wanted is written up here in the top of the 6th inning. Nobody out and a 3-1 count with a runner at first base. It's a 2-run ball game. On up 2-0 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. And that's going to miss high. Now runners at first and second base. A couple of walks issued to start things out. Is going to bring up now the pitcher, Nolan Ebert, to the plate. He has struck out. He has singled so far in the game. A couple of walks to start things out in the top of the 6th inning for KML.
Pinch runner here. Number 1, Sam Kane.
And slow walk out to the pitcher's mound now for Pond. See what they're talk about. They're just definitely not gonna change. So just a little discussion out there to settle everybody down. What are you talking? Do you get sent out in those little gatherings instead of the head coach once in a while?
Not often. Not often. You just kind of just talk about the situation a little bit. Just remind them what they're, what they need to do here on a bunt. You know, number 1, get the out, relax, make the play. Just talk to them a little bit, just calm them down, slow himself down a little bit. Important conference game here for not as much of a Waupun, but definitely for KML. Both they and Kewaskum are 8-1 in conference. Waupun is 6-3 in third place. And Kewaskum faces Winneconne 2 games this week, and KML faces Ripon, so I'd expect both them to sweep those 2 teams. So a loss here by KML is probably going to cost them a conference title or a share of it. And give Waupun maybe a little hope.
See if Waupun can make them feel bad about it right now. Let's take care of business. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Number 7 of the batting order, Nolan Ebert, steps to the plate, left-handed hitter, to face Emmett Hull for Waupun.
Just outs got to be outs here.
And misses on the first pitch. 1-0 the count. Getting pretty vocal dugout right now for the Chargers. And cheer on their teammates, getting the head of the pitcher. Let's walk the first 2 batters.
Definitely a big spot here.
And that is going to make it out to center field. That's going to hold up the runner over at third base. Good job getting there in a hurry by Brian Ferris. And now bases are loaded and nobody out. And Nathan Moth's coming up to bat. He has struck out. He has walked so far in the game.
Get number 12 courtesy running again.
And number 12, Nate Netzel, coming out to do some running over at first base. But bases loaded right now. Pond's got to have some magic happen right now with bases loaded and trying to keep anybody from crossing home plate. Nobody out. And called strike on the first pitch in. 2 Motes, lays off it, waits to see a strike.
Get ahead in the count. Nice little hit back to the pitcher here again.
This pitch is going to miss outside. 1-1 the count. Tense moments here for the Waupun Warriors trying to get the first victory in how many years? How many games?
We're lost the last
Days.
9. Lost the last 9 to KML here.
Swings on the next one, but fouls it back. 1-2 the count. You had it down to days, didn't you?
Yep, 2,202 days, but that was for last Thursday, so what do we got? About 4 more days, so about 2206.
You know what Bob does on his free time? He gives you little tidbits like that, but that really kind of shows you how long it's been. This is hit out towards right field, and it's going to drop in. And that's going to score. They're going to try to score 2. 1 run comes in. Comes the throw at home plate, and they get the out at home. Yes. Runner looking back at his coach and like, why did you send me on that? He didn't quite agree, but when you're sent home, you got to head home, and a good relay in for Waupun to get that out at home. And tag applied, and 1 run comes in, and runners at first and second, so that's the only good thing that could come of that run coming in. We get that out, and nobody at third.
That was a huge relay, nice relay by Jake there, and communication is key. People letting him know 4-4-4 on that one. Good job by Redeker out there hitting the cut. That's the other big key. Got to hit that cut. Same thing here. Outfielders have to hit their cuts.
They can move the runners over. Beautiful bunt. Everybody's safe. That is a great bunt by Nathan Motes. And their bases are loaded again. I should say there was a Spaeth that had that. But, man, it's just...
Courtesy runner Jacob Hess again.
Yeah, Spaeth did a good job. That was a nice bunt. It was nice and deep, and
it was.
Past the pitcher and nowhere to go with it. Bases jammed again.
Do not be surprised by a squeeze here. Coach Washburn likes to do that a little bit again, too.
You know, the worst part is top of the order's up. Even though he hasn't got a hit yet, he's had a couple strikeouts. He's grounded out to Zach Knazer up. Bases are loaded.
Not be surprised, second pitch here.
It's going to catch the inside part of the plate. A call to strike 1.
Yeah, it looked a little in, Scotty, huh? Nice backdoor curve.
Works outside on the next one, but misses. Makes the count now 1-1.
Coach Washburn's going to let him swing here. I'd like to see him onto the stretch here, though.
That was the 1-1 pitch. Yeah, it finds a strike zone, laying off it. Was Knazer, puts the count out at 1-2. Strikeout would be huge for Waupun right now. Trying to keep that lead going into the bottom of the 6th. 1-2 the count. Zach Knazer at the plate, and here's the pitch from Hull. Swung on and fouled over on the first base side.
You'd like to be out at a stretch here just to keep the runners a little bit closer, to the base. Now they get a nice walk-in lead. And
another big pitch here for Emmett Hull. 1-2 count. Taking his time on this one. Shaking off a few of the signals he's getting from Beam, and stepping out is Knazer. Big moment of the ball game right now. Here we go. Waupun can make some magic happen. 1-2 count. Is the pitch from Emmett Hull. A swing and a miss and a big strikeout from Emmett. Third time Knazer goes down strikeout route. 0-for-4 in the ball game, but it was a huge strikeout there for Waupun. So that'll bring up Braxton Abbott's up to bat. He's hasn't got a hit yet.
Well, I'd rather face him than Beyondich.
That's right. And besides losing their pitcher, they lose their number 2 batter in the batting order, a dangerous hitter.
But you got to get him out here. You got to go after him, and no place to put him.
Nice pitch right on the outside part of the plate. And again, taking till he sees a strike is Abbott's. Makes the count 1-1. Big moment. Again, bases loaded. See if Waupun can escape here with just 1 run coming in the inning. That's going to miss low. No place to put him. Count is now 2-1. There we go. 2-1 the count. Bases loaded, 2 down. And a called strike. Nice job by framing it up for Beam. Count 2-2.
All right.
2-2. Here we go. See if Waupun can shut the door on KML. Here's the pitch from Emmett Hull. It's going to miss low and away, makes it a 3-2. Just to add drama to the whole thing. 3-2 the count. Got to challenge him now, a 3-2 pitch. And runners going on the pitch, and that is strike three. Big strike out there for Emmett Hall. Coming inside and low on that one is offered by Abbott. He goes down swinging, so a couple strikeouts to end the inning. Not before a little damage done. Could have been much worse. Waupun still has the lead going into the bottom half of inning number 6, leading 2-1. Back at the top of the 7th, I should say bottom of the 6th right after this on RP Sports.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Planning to build? You need Pinot. Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your vision to reality. You need Pinot. After all, they've been doing it almost 50 years. To start your next project, go to rapinot.com. Check out their virtual design tool and turn your idea into action. That's rapinot.com and learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot. Build better for future generations.
Okay, well, Waupun does escape a bit of a Houdini act there that they had in the top half of inning number 6, only giving up 1 run. It could have looked like it could have been much worse than that, but a couple strikeouts at the end for Emmett against number 1 and 2 in the batting order. They strand some guys out there, and Waupun hangs on to the 2-1 lead going into the bottom of the 6th. Jake Krieger up first for Waupun. Set out towards right field, but that's going to be a sliced foul.
10 runners left on for KML today.
That's a big number like we had with them last week.
Yeah.
8 runners. Krieger 2 for 2 in the ball game, a couple singles. To the count now on Jake. Pitch is going to miss off the plate. He was at lone count is now 1-2. And Nolan Ebert coming in just to face the third batter of the ball game for Waupun with their starting pitcher leaving the ball game, Beyondich. This one is swung on and fouled back and out of play. Yeah, Waupun getting those 2 runs back in the 4th inning. Difference in this ball game. Jams on the next one, but fights it off and fouls it back to stay alive. Yeah, these close games, that's what like I always tell coaches. Close games make good radio or great video streaming. So it was the 1-2 pitch, and that is out towards right, and that's going to be foul.
Good job of getting rid of that pitch.
Nice battle going on now with senior Jake Krieger at the plate. Been fun watching him grow up these last few years on the basketball court and the baseball diamond. Good kid, one of the top students in his class.
I was just thinking the same thing. Watching these kids the last 5 years.
Oh, and comes with some high heat, and Jake goes down swinging. Out number 1.
Watching all these seniors the last 5 years, 4 years basically. Some of them 5 years with Legion, but.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll bring up Landon Richter. Got on with the fielder's choice. He did score Waupun's second run, cross home plate with that back in the 4th inning.
Diddy, Jake, and Bry have all been on varsity since their freshman year, so it's going to be a little different next year.
Yeah, things always change. Waupun is always just a great program, and they just kind of reload every year. Always got good people coming up. Richter watches the first one go by, a little bit high for ball 1. What do you got coming back for the Legion and the team coming up this year? Anybody committed to coming back?
Yeah.
To play that left, graduated last year?
Yeah, Evan Sauer's going to be back for us, mostly on weekends, I believe, is what I heard. Ethan Cunningham's going to be back, hopefully manning an outfield spot, most likely. He's playing some Rock River League baseball right now, I believe, for Eustisford.
That is hit out towards right field. First baseman given a chase, but runs out of room there. Out of play.
One of my fellow Rock River League players I played with back in the day for Waupun, Jimmy Whitrock, I think coaches that one.
And they're playing already?
Yep. Rock started, I think, a couple weeks ago.
Well, that bodes well for the guys that are coming back
absolutely.
if they've been playing baseball coming in. Good idea.
So as far as super seniors, yeah, those two guys are coming back. I think that's about all we got as far as those guys coming back. So
a couple of good guys will coming back. 2-2 the count now to Landon Richter. It's chopped on the ground, but just going to be about a foot or two foul down the third base line.
We'll have Chase, Jake, Diddy, I believe Graham, Bryant. I think Rediker's going to be out there.
Anybody who's playing right now that's not coming going to be playing Legion that's on the varsity team right now?
I'm not sure on that one.
Nobody's committed either way on that.
There's a couple fence guys, I think, right now, which is fine, whatever.
2-2 pitch, swung on again. Nice battle going on with Ebert and Waupun's Landon Richter. Making them work for this one. I would love to get another insurance run just clinging on to that 2-1 lead. Bottom of the sixth inning, leading 2-1.
Good job.
Fights off another one. Good job. Guy can't even come back with the previous ball because he's still chasing another one time after time. Good job by Richter to extend this at bat and see if it can end with maybe a nice little base hit somewhere.
About 8 pitches, Scotty? 8 pitches or so this at bat?
And it ends with going down looking on strike 3, but a nice battle. So nice job by Ebert, kind of hitting a stride here. 2 strikeouts last inning, 2 strikeouts this inning to start out the inning for Waupun. And now facing the guy that brought in those 2 runs for Waupun, Trey Schmidt. The last at bat, that double back in the 4th. Brought in a couple runs for Waupun. And now that one off the pitcher, and he's going to make his way over there. Comes the throw to first, and they're going to get him. Nice job by the third baseman. Kovalarchuk gets there after he hits off the pitcher's leg and heads right toward him. And he knew it was going to be close, and he got him just by a half a step over there. So good play by the third baseman. Not bad contact on that one, but Waupun comes up empty, and we go to the top of the 7th. Waupun hanging on to that 2-1 lead. It should be an exciting one. Stick around. This is Waupun Warrior Baseball on Radio Plus Sports. Yeah, he hit it hard.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, we're honored to have been voted by you to be the best of the best mattress store in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the best in bedding comfort, technology, and support to the Waupun area.
We've partnered with top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Puffy, Scott Living, Sealy, and Nectar to offer you the ultimate sleep experience.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Come shop at Verhaeg's.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Say cheese! If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
Okay, we are back, and here we go. Top of the 7th inning. Number 3 in the batting order, and first pitch into Kobylarczyk is taken out to left field. A leadoff single. I tell you, they're going to fight right to the end. The Chargers, number 3, puts it out to left field for a leadoff single on one pitch. And that'll bring up Adam Zilka, their cleanup batter. Waupun trying to cling on to that one-run lead up 2-1, top of the 7th inning. Good shot by Kobylarczyk to go in there and just jump right on that first pitch. Solid connection on that one. Adam Zilka in the ball game, a single. He's 1 for 3 in the game. And some heat on the first pitch in, and they say that one misses for ball 1. 1-0 the count now to Adam Zilka with Max Glasky waiting on deck. Waupun with that one-run lead, top of the 7th. Hard hit ball, and that gets past the diving Graham Gopal and out right down the line in left field. 2 batters, 2 base hits. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Not what anybody wanted to see for Waupun here in the top of the 7th inning, and heading out to the mound now out by Emmett. This is his dad. Travis heading out there. Looks like a pitching change. Waupun, we're going to change pitchers, and Waupun trying to shut the door, but runners at first and second, nobody out. And we'll be back with more of this top of the 7th inning. Don't go anywhere. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
From the heart of Dodge County, we're bringing community together through the power of local radio. Tune in to the Great 98 for your favorite classic guitar-driven tunes and engaging local coverage of events that matter most to you. We celebrate your stories, amplify your voice, and keep you connected to what's available right here at home. Whether you're cruising down the road, chilling in the yard, or working hard, we rock your world. Lock in 98.7 on the dial. Stream at great98.net.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance, no matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because you'll feel totally protected with the right auto coverage. Plus, you'll save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home with our expert agents. American Family Insurance.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact me, Agent Christine File, at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun, or call 920-324-3488 today.
How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. Boneless and traditional. A variety of sauces. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights only at Pizza Ranch. Everyone's favorite buffet.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
Okay, pitching change. You got Chase Beam on the mound now for Waupun. And Jonas Buckles comes in to do the catching. Chase coming in replacing Emmett. It starts out with a couple singles here, Bob. What's got to happen here? I mean, you know it's got to happen, but we're only up by 1.
Well,
not a great situation. But
you'd think they're going to bunt. 5-hitter.
So that's what you expect to see out of the Chargers.
Yep. Waupun, you just got to get ahead in the count here, and like I said, you got to get outs and then make things happen. I mean, you're going to have hopefully second and third with 1 out, probably walk the next guy, and then hopefully a nice little 6-4-3. Call it a day.
Easy as that.
Just like that. That's how they draw it up. Now, if that'll happen, well,
So everybody joined us here today to watch what's going to happen here. First pitch is going to miss. Waupun ready for some bunting action. Everybody come charging in.
Yep. What you doing? Supposed to do. First baseman charging. Chase has third base side. Catcher's got to be a good communicator here.
Comes the 1-0 pitch. Showing bunt, and that was going to be a foul. So it was one strike that we needed. Makes it a 1-1 count. I'm trying to keep those guys from advancing over there.
No, Scotty was pretty much right on that one. He doesn't look real comfortable as a bunter here. His real nice thing would be a nice little pop-up back to the pitcher here on a bunt.
And Max Glasky at the plate right now for the Chargers. 1-1 count. You see another bunt attempt out of him right now, trying to move the guys over. Beam comes inside and backs him off the plate, but it's a ball. Makes it count 2-1.
Giving you an out.
Time from the home plate umpire, and ready to play again. 2-1 the count for Max Glasky. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Everybody expecting a bunt attempt. Krieger playing well up the line. Beam getting ready to jump off the mound to try to get it. That one's going to be a foul. Didn't know till about the second bounce when he's sort of finally heading over towards the foul line. So that's what Waupun wanted, to see that second strike, making the count now 2-2.
No, your third baseman's not supposed to charge on that, but if a ball's hit hard down that way, you got to come get it to try to get that out at first. Tough play,
You got to come up with something,
but
basically.
Going foul is a great play by Waupun, letting that ball go.
Here we go. 2-2 count now on Max Glasky.
Don't give up on the bunt.
And that one, Beam wanted it, didn't get it from the home plate umpire. Not sure where that missed, but it was makes it a 3-2 count. He said Chase, being the catcher the whole game, knows where the strike zone has been the whole game, so you're a little more emotionally invested and you're on the mound. Here comes the 3-2 pitch, and that is going to miss. Now bases are loaded with nobody out. Oh, needed that strike in that second to last pitch there, and that'll bring up William Kempfert up to bat. Home plate umpire wants to talk to the coach, third base coach, over for the Chargers.
Well, we didn't report him back in probably as a re-entry.
So you got bases loaded, nobody out. Exactly what Waupun did not want going into this top of the seventh inning with a one-run lead, still leading 2-1. They are facing the bottom half of the order, number 6 in the batting order up to bat right now, but Chargers at the very least want to be able to tie this ball game up. Of course, but I'm sure they want more than that.
I'm guessing they probably didn't re-enter. Kane, you don't have to until the batter comes up.
Travis kind of directing the troops a little bit here, and some magic to happen right now. I need to retire this with nobody scoring, and that with the batter with Kempfert up the bat somehow.
Infield in for Waupun.
Scary moments here for Waupun, trying to close it out with a 2-1 lead, but bases loaded, nobody out for the Chargers. This pitch into Kempfert. It's going to miss high and inside for ball one. And he caught the glove of Buckles and gets his base. And the tying run comes in, and worse than that, still nobody out. Get your interference on Waupun. Everything going bad for Waupun right now. Base is still loaded and still nobody out. So 1 run in. We are now tied at 2 apiece. Top of the 7th inning. Thanks for joining us, you radio people out there on 103.3 FM, 93.7 FM, and AM 1170, and our video stream people. Waupun fan not happy about what's happening here on top of the 7th inning. It's not looking good right now. The pitcher Nolan Ebert, he is stepping to the plate. So far, Ebert, he had a single his last at bat. He's 2 for 3 in the game. Single back in the 2nd, strike out in the 4th inning, and singled in the 6th inning. And first pitch into him misses for ball 1. Called strike on the next pitch in. What's all the thoughts going through the coach's head right now, Bob?
Well, number one, you want to throw strikes. You just want hopefully the ball's hit at somebody. That's about all you can do. Trust your players here a little bit.
There's a called strike. He bent that one in and dropped into the strike zone, puts the count 1-2.
Catcher's charged with an error on that catcher's interference.
This one is fouled off out of play over on the left field side. 1-2 the count to Nolan Ebert. It's looking a little bleak for Waupun with 1 run in, bases loaded. 2-2 ball game, top of the 7th. Steve and Bobby with you, along with Big Nate on the video streaming.
Strikeout here would be great.
Let's see with the 1-2 count. This guy's got a couple of hits already in the ball game. Go at him. And that is hit. Nice stop. They're still going to get a run in, though, and they do get the out at second base, but runner coming in hard from third base easily scores, so they had just to go to second and try to get it out somewhere. Nice stop on that one by Landon Richter to prevent the ball from getting past him there in a hard hit ball. But Waupun now trails this game 3-2, 2 runs in the inning. So another run comes in. Waupun now finds themselves trailing in this ball game 3-2, and they had that lead in the 6th inning before they finally got a run, and now 2 runs here in the top of the 7th, and still only 1 out, runners at the corners. Ethan Moth's up to bat. 0-1 the count on him. So far, Moth's in the ball game has singled, walked, struck out. Wants it down the third base line, and it's just kind of going along the line. Then it comes back in. It is fair. Another run comes in. Caught a bump somewhere along. It was starting to curl towards going foul, and then it hit something that popped it the direction of the ball back into fair territory. Made it about 3/4 of the way up the line, and just thought it was going to go foul. Didn't, and a run comes in. Waupun now trailing 4-2. 3 runs in here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, that hits that white there. It's a little bit taller than the brown. It's not like your normal chalk out there where, it's most likely going to roll foul. That one just kind of hugged it and didn't have enough momentum to get over the white.
Yeah, did the right thing. It looked like it was going to go, but just
Absolutely.
was really going straight up that line for a while. It brings up Ty Spaeth up to bat, the catcher. Singled, walked. Also grounded out in the ball game. This is 4th at bat of the game, but 3 runs in. Waupun finds themselves down by 2, 4-2 here in the top of the 7th inning. Yeah, this one's going to sting if Waupun can't, shut the door here and get some runs here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Well, Mr. Ebert's running short on pitches. He's at 86, and we got 9-1-2 coming up, so we'll see what we can. Got to get there first.
Well, things started with a couple.
Keep it here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, don't give up on them yet. That's what memorable games are made of. Coming back after a little adversity like this in the last couple innings. Yeah, it started out with a couple singles. Klasky got on with a walk. Lengthy at bat. Looked like we all had him on strike 3 there, but that became a walk. And this is head out towards center field right at Waupun center fielder Brian Ferris hauls it in, keeping the runners at first and second base. Now the top of the order is up, but this guy has struck out 3 times in the ball game and has also grounded out. So 2 down. 8th batter of the inning now for Kettle Moraine Lutheran. Not what we expected to see the way the game was going here, and all of a sudden they explode for 3 runs in the top of the 7th after they really shut down this whole game. Bring some heat at him on the first pitch. Strike 1.
Foul tip, I'm guessing, huh?
Yeah. Jonas, is he all right? That's umpire takes his usual lengthy walk out to
courtesy.
Pitcher's mound. A little courtesy that they have between the catcher and your home plate umpire.
Right.
How important was that relationship? You were a catcher, and usually got to know the. Were you always talking? I can't imagine you not talking all the time. And
no,
talking to you. And
I talked a lot. I was probably not well liked either. I was cocky back there, I guess you could say, but I never really tried to turn my head on the umpire. You know, when you're talking to him, that's one thing you don't want to do is turn your head.
Oh, you're supposed to just talk, keep looking forward and talk. Okay. Here's a strike.
You can talk to him. You just, kind of just over your shoulder. You never really turn on him. And
yeah. That's quite the relationship between the catcher and your home plate umpire.
Sometimes the pitcher's complaining. You just try to talk to the umpire, say, yeah, he's kind of a jerk out there, or whatever. You're lying, of course, but.
Got to keep it friendly, I'm sure, for any of those close calls.
It's hard.
1-2 the count now. At the top of their batting order is Zach Knazer at the plate right now with 3 runs in, runners at first and second. Waupun now trailing 4-2, coming into the inning up by a run. That's off the plate. 2-2 the count to Knazer. Need this out right now. You got to get the bats back in your hands in the bottom of the 7th. There's the 2-2 pitch. And that is popped in the air, but it's going to make its way out of play. Nice little battle between Knazer and Chase Beam right now. Can't let another run come in. You got to take care of business right now. Like Bob said, 9-1-2 coming up.
Yep.
For Waupun next inning. 2-2 the count. Runners at first and second. 2 down. Here's the pitch from Chase Beam. And that is hitting the out towards right field in foul territory. And a nice job
nice
by
catch.
Jake Krieger over there, getting it just before he gets to the fence. Not an easy catch, but hauls it in for the out. Waupun does give up 3 runs in the inning. Now trail this game 4-2. Don't go anywhere. Number 9-1-2 coming up for Waupun. Bottom of the 7th coming your way right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmsen name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
From the heart of Dodge County, we're bringing community together through the power of local radio. Tune in to the Great 98 for your favorite classic guitar-driven tunes and engaging local coverage of events that matter most to you. We celebrate your stories, amplify your voice, and keep you connected to what's available right here at home. Whether you're cruising down the road, chilling in the yard, or working hard, we rock your world. Lock in 98.7 on the dial. Stream at great98.net.
Okay, here we go. Waupun's got to get her done now, giving up 3 runs in the top of the 7th. Now find themselves down by 2, 4-2. Jonas Buckle steps to the plate for Waupun. Watch this ball 1 still on the mound. Again for the Chargers is Nolan Ebert, doing a great job since coming in and the 3rd batter of the ball game. This pitch is swung on and fouled back right at us. Makes the count 1-1. Yeah, Brett Beyondich, the ace of the pitching staff, goes out, and the 3rd batter, looks like some soreness in his right shoulder, just took him right out of the game. And he also bats number 2 for him in the batting order, so that was a double whammy. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. No offer on that one from Buckles. Makes the count now 1-2. Top of the order, Brian Ferris awaiting on deck. That 1-2 pitch. That's just going to miss. Pitcher thought he had it, kind of waiting for the around the horn here. Didn't get the call.
Been there, done that, haven't we?
Yeah. Seen it a few times in this game. 2-2 the count. Oh, comes high and tight on him and a swing and a miss. Nice location there from Ebert on a 2-2 pitch. Coming high and tight and a swing and a miss by Buckles. And that will bring up Brian Ferris with 1 down, nobody on, and a 2-run deficit for the Warriors. Here we go. Brian Ferris has been on base a few times today. He's walked, singled. Check. Okay. Something just kind of.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't hear me.
And I'm not sure. Something is. Just bringing this up here. Is that better?
Yeah.
I can hear you now. The Gremlins are messing with her board here right now, but 2-0 the count. Still coming over, Nate, with the sound? Okay. Producer gives us thumbs up. 2-0 the count now to Bryant. Ball strike on the next pitch, and just such a smart base runner out there. Got to get him on anyway.
Yeah.
Would love seeing him out there on the base pass. He'll find his way around to third base in a hurry. Discussion with the home plate umpire and Bryant. Get back out there. 2-1 the count now to Bryant. Need to get him on. Graham Gopal waiting on deck. And it's popped in the air. First baseman giving chase just in foul territory and bringing it in is Gavin Moldenhauer. He'll haul it in for the out. So 2 up, 2 down. Waupun's down to their last out. Things were looking so good the whole game for Waupun until they got to that 6th inning, giving up that run. Still took a 2-1 lead into the top of the 7th inning and then gave up 3 runs. And find themselves down by 2, 4-2. Nobody on base. 2 down, and that brings up Graham Gopal. You got 3 guys, you can string them together here. You never know. Number 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order.
Yep. Get it started here. Got to start somewhere. Let's go, Graham.
Logan Prawler waiting on deck. This one's going to miss low and away. 1-1 to count to Graham. He's singled. He's struck out. He's popped out to center field so far in the game. His 4th at-bat of the game. It was the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Waupun down to their last strike in the ball game. Count is 1-2. Nobody on. Wapun's only chance is stringing some stuff together, but now a 1-2 count to Graham Gopal. And that is going to miss.
Too close to take, Steve.
Yeah,
but
in this situation.
We'll take it.
Okay, 2-2 the count. I'm trying to hang on here, but got to make some magic happen. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that is hit out towards right field. Backing up is Moths and hauls it in for the out. Waupun ends up losing after leading most of the since the fourth inning of the ball game. 1 run in the sixth inning, 3 runs in the seventh inning for Kettle, Moraine, Lutheran. Waupun scores there 2 in the fourth inning. A very disappointing loss. But this was a big game here for Kettle, Moraine, Lutheran. They needed to win to try to keep pace with Kewaskum, both sitting at 8-1 coming into this ball game in the conference. And this one's not going to sit good here with Waupun, losing by a score of 4-2, giving up 3 runs in the top of the seventh. That one's going to sting a little bit. Waupun 6-3 and now 6-4 in conference after this loss. But again, a disappointing loss for the Warriors. And Bob, what do you got for numbers? Kind of wrap things up here. Seeing we got all our sponsors played here tonight, and just thoughts on the game, and just taking a look at the numbers.
As far as the Warriors, they had 2 runs on 7 hits. They had 2 errors, and they left 6 on base. Brian Ferris had a hit. Graham, Chase Beam had a hit. Brennan Redeker, Jake had 2 hits, 2 for 3 on the day, and Trey Schmidt with that 2-run scoring double for his only hit. So there's a 6, and for KML, they had 4 runs on 8 hits, and they had no errors, and they left 12 on base. So a lot of runners for KML, and Waupun just not coming up with a clutch hit again today. You know, they had chances early again, leaving runners on, and just got to get a little better in them clutch situations. Hopefully that starts turning around pretty soon. Tournament will be starting in about a week and a half here or so, and we'll see what happens the rest of this week. Couple games coming up.
Let's get her going starting tomorrow. We'll be at the game coming up tomorrow to bring you that right here from the Gus. Waupun taking on Plymouth, their opponent this week, starting at home tomorrow night. We'll have that game for you a little before 4:30 pregame, 4:45 start time against the Plymouth Panthers. But again, a disappointing loss for Waupun, scoring 2 in the fourth inning, 1 run in the top of the sixth inning, but gave up 3 runs in that seventh inning where they led off with a couple of base hits and put 3 across the plate, and Waupun comes up empty again against KML. And add another day to your list of days here, Bob. But Waupun is
yeah, that's
since they've last beat them.
That will still be until 2019. The last time we beat them, that's 10 in a row that we've lost to them here.
Yeah, that one stings. This one's going to sting tonight with opportunities there. But again, things to talk about, I'm sure, with Coach Travis Hull and his team. But a disappointing loss. They lose 4-2. And thanks for joining us. We'll come back again tomorrow. Waupun taking on the Plymouth Panthers and another battle in the East Central Conference. Bob and I will be here for that. Big Nate, we're going to bring him along for video streaming. Did a great job again, Nate, by the way. Bob, you're just turned into a really good, nice. Didn't hardly say. I counted the words. You counted 10 words that you said in the first time. But no, you do a great job. You add a lot to the broadcast. So thanks a lot.
I appreciate you having me and giving me the opportunity to expand my horizons, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I've listened to you and Randy quite often, obviously, and just nice, coming up here and watching the game too. And
you're here anyway. You're going to be here to talk with the boys up here with Scotty and Bag of Peanuts up here. So it's good to have you joining me again. We'll have you again tomorrow night because Randy's umpiring somewhere. So again, disappointing loss. Thanks for joining us on the video stream. Thanks for joining us on the radio. And Waupun loses 4-2. We'll be back tomorrow to bring you another Waupun Warrior baseball game as they take on the Plymouth Panthers here at the Gus. Talk to you tomorrow. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. I'll be on from 7 till noon tomorrow, playing all your favorites in the 50s, 60s, and 70s here on The Source. Have yourself an excellent Monday night.